All right, take two. Here we go. All right, this is the Sedona, Arizona recap. I wanted to make this while I was out there, but I had too much going on and catching flights and trying to record and all that good stuff. So here I am now that I put the other videos up of all four vortexes. This is just a summer recap for those who've never been to Sedona, Arizona. I don't know if it's the most spiritual place in America because I've still got some places to go. A lot of people highly recommended Zion. They also highly recommended somewhere in California. I can't think of the name of it, but that was the consensus with everybody I crossed paths with on that journey in Sedona, Arizona. So let's get it in. Vortex number 3, which was the Mesa Airport. Now this indeed, I would say, I had the strongest. This was the divine feminine vortex. I mean, divine masculine. No coincidence. Hint, hint. Divine masculine vortex. And so what happened was we watched the sundown, and then right after sundown, we decided to hike to the vortex. And before we even got to the so-called vortex that's on the maps, and that's another thing. When you go looking based on the maps, keep in mind, everything surrounds you in Sedona. The whole 20 miles, 50 miles, that whole land is all the vortex. It's just there's common popular places that people label as the vortex. But if you really in tune with Mother Nature and Mother Gaia, you're going to experience some vortexes instantly if you know what you got going on. So anyway, Mesa Airport. So we started to, and it's not an airport. They just named it Airport Mesa, which is weird because it's not even an airport. But anywho, beautiful. By far, the most beautiful of the main four popular vortexes in Sedona, and especially the sundown is amazing. So we started to walk the hike, and I mean, not even like 15 minutes, somebody told us, hey, there's some benches down here where you can go watch the sunset. And we walked down to where they told us the bench was, and there was already a couple there hanging out watching the sundown. So we're like, we're just gonna chill. We're gonna actually meditate with them, see who they are, get to know them. And we just started meditating, and it was dope. Like, and I would say after about 2-3 minutes in, this couple was meditating, and this dude just threw on some meditation music. It was in silence, and then all of a sudden, midway through, he threw on some music. And I've had this experience once before, so this is the second time. My crown chakra just went like bonkers, man. If you know the feeling of when your crown chakra opens, so this is what I experienced. I was actually standing meditating. I wasn't sitting, I wasn't laying down, I was standing. And my eyes started twitching and vibrating, then my forehead started twitching and vibrating, and then slowly like my whole body started twitching and vibrating. I was standing, and it was like instantly, as soon as he started playing that meditation, it was like a light switch literally clicking on in my body. And I was just standing, and it lasted for a few minutes, and I was like, it's a good feeling. This is only the second time I experienced that in my life. About a year ago, I experienced one of our soul tribe, 239 Healers Collective, Francisco. He does the code healing, and he does this thing with Tibetan sound bowls and your feet, and then he has a magnet. And the magnet, and when he gets to stirring the Tibetan sound bowl, I experienced that about a year ago, one time when he gave me a session. So it felt good to have that experience the second time because it don't come around often for me, at least. So, but yeah, my crown chakra definitely went straight the F off at Airport Mesa. I would say that's probably definitely the best of all. But see, everybody has their experience in Sedona. That's the thing. So what I experienced and you experience is going to be something totally different, I'm sure. So just go in an open mind when you go to Sedona. It can happen anywhere, any given time, man. Now last, I'm going to wrap this up, was the Boynton Canyon. Beautiful, beautiful. That one didn't take that long either. All these hikes, they tell you it takes like 2, 3, 4 hours and stuff. We found them all within like 20 minutes. Like, and it just happened. We didn't have to waste time spending half a day to find a vortex to experience, have an experience. The Boynton one, I climbed right up to the top of the mountain, what they say is the vortex, and I meditated there for about 20 minutes. It was dope. Tapping into my clairvoyance. It was a good feeling because it was at sunrise. So as the sun, the S-O-N, the sun was rising. That was a dope experience. But I would say out of all the four popular vortexes, for me, the biggest experience I had spiritually on this trip was Airport Mesa. I hope I got that right. Mesa Airport, yeah, whatever. You get what I'm saying. Last but not least is the Devil's Bridge. Hands down the most popular commercial place in Sedona. Devil's Bridge, best pictures. If y'all didn't see my pictures, yeah, I'll probably add them below in the comment box. But yeah, definitely, it's a wait. Like when you climb the top, it's about an hour and a half hike. When you get to the top, it's about another 45-minute hike. One thing I did experience when I got to the top of Devil's Bridge, and I cannot make this shit up, I swear on everything, this is what happened. The whole 45 minutes we were waiting in line, there was no wind at the top of the mountain. As soon as I got in the middle of the Devil's Bridge and sat down in the middle, the wind picked up heavy. I swear to God. Wild Bloom's gonna make her recap of Sedona, and hopefully she'll drop that experience in there. But it was dope. It's surreal. I love it, man. So do I recommend Sedona? Most definitely. It was my 2-year anniversary of my spiritual awakening. I suggest anybody who never been out there. It doesn't do you justice going out there for like 3-4 days. Honestly, if you really want to get the full, you probably experience, I would suggest you go out there for at least 5-6 days, possibly a week. Because then you can go to the Grand Canyon, you can go to Four Corners, which happen to be closed. So that gives me another reason to go back out there, and to Zion in Utah. So now I don't know where we going next on the 239 Spiritual Awakening Podcast, 239 Healers Collective, but we definitely going somewhere. I'm always somewhere anyway, so you know what I'm talking about. As soon as they restrict this COVID BS, then we headed over to the east. That's right. We headed to Jerusalem, Bethlehem, all that good stuff. Egypt, the Sphinx, Greece, the rest of the most spiritual places on this planet is my purpose, my destination, to experience them all and bring them to you right here on our YouTube channel. God is good. Charities. You can follow us on Facebook, 239 Spiritual Awakening, on IG at God is Good Inc. Just trying to put out some content. I really don't like to really do this because I don't really like to be on camera. It's not my thing. I've had my 15 minutes of fame, but for some reason, Spirit's calling me to at least do a little something for y'all. So I'm gonna do a little something. Up next, I don't know. We're thinking about going to Hawaii to start off 2021. Maybe Las Vegas, of course Zion, maybe Cali. Definitely gonna be the West Coast. And then we'll just see where the Spirit leads us. I'll probably be in Alabama next month. This is October now, so that's in November. I'm all over the place, dude. You never know. Just keep it locked right here. It's your man, Jay Green. Till next time, namaste. God bless. Om Shanti Shanti. Assalamu alaikum. Whatever your cup of tea is, do what you do, man. I'm out of here. Peace.